taken! Great comeback from Dhananjaya Rao. 4 and out. Unfortunately, Yasim Murtaza unable to clear mid-off on that occasion. So look at that. It's all action so far. We're only 2 minutes into the tournament. And there's been no shortage of drama. An absolutely massive wicket here of Yasim Murtaza. And of course, the last time that these two teams met, it was a convincing victory for Little Saiwan. They bowled Pakistan Association out for 80 on that occasion within 18 overs. And you better believe it, they chased it down. 81 for 2 in just 14 overs. But like we said, Pakistan Association did not win a single game in the previous iteration of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. I tell you what, Pakistan Association, they're a better team than that. The likes of Yasim Murtaza, Tanveer Afzal. Good, high quality players. And now walking to the crease is Zeeshan Ali at number 3. Another national team player, another big player for Pakistan Association. I'm sure anyone who's ever tuned in to any of our CHK streams here from Mission Road, more formally known as the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground, is more than familiar with the fact that we don't have the largest boundaries here. The straight boundary in particular, the one that Yasim Murtaza was trying to access, that straight boundary is very short. Unfortunately, just unable to clear that man at mid-on. And it was Ibrahim Muhammad on that occasion taking that catch. And DJ Rao coming over the wicket to Zeeshan Ali. Right on the money straight away. A much better start here. DJ Rao a little too short with that first delivery, but he's made his corrections. Bowling just a tad fuller. And DJ Rao, of course, will be looking to push his case for national selection. But first, you do well in this tournament, you can get picked for that All-Star Series. Tries to whip it away, a big appeal. And yes, it's given. Zeeshan Ali looks back at the umpire. He's not happy. Stands his ground, but mate, you're going to have to walk off. 2 wickets down in the very first over. DJ Rao, you are on fire. Look at that, DJ Rao getting both Zeeshan Ali and Yasim Murtaza. 2 massive scalps. 2 national team players as well. That's no mean feat. And you have to say early advantage, a big advantage to Little Saiwan. It's an interesting decision that for LBW. On one hand, it may look as if perhaps it was hitting a little bit high, going over the stumps. But I tell you what, one thing we saw in that first game this morning of the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League is the ball keeping low. I have a feeling that was actually a good decision from the umpire on that occasion. I know a lot of you are going to have your opinions back home. And hey, I'd love to hear your opinions. So whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, let me know in the comments section. Was that out or was that too high? There we go, just stirring the pot on day 1 of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. Look at that, a gentle breeze blowing across the ground. My notes, my research is being blown all over the place. And shouts of, "Come on, DJ." He's got his tail up. 2 wickets in the very first 4 balls of the tournament. Got to slip in position. Oh yes, well left alone. The new batter at the crease has a lot of work to do. Hamid Khan walking in at number 4. As you can see on your screens, a wideish slip in position. It looks like more of a second slip. And we see that quite often actually with that left arm angle. Pushed into the offside, an early call, but he's sent back by Manjinder. There you have it, the end of a successful first over, 5 for 2 after 1 over. Apologies, 4 for 2 after 1 over. Got a 5-4 offside field at this point. And the other opening bowler, Tanveer Ahmed. 2 wickets down. Manjinder Singh, more affectionately known as Sunny, pushes that into deep mid-wicket. Apologies, mid-wicket in the circle. We have 2 fielders on the boundary. A reminder that only 2 fielders are allowed outside this 30-yard circle. We've got a long on in position and a deep third man. Cover, extra cover, backward point and mid-off. Tries to access the leg side, Sunny Singh. Does not make any connection on that, just shadow batting the shot he should have been playing. And interestingly, after that attempt to charge down the wicket, we have another change in field. Mid-wicket drops back to a deep mid-wicket. And Ansh Doshi comes up in the circle. He's now a third man in the circle. And Ehsan Khan, the evergreen Ehsan Khan, seems like he never ages a single year. Still so fit. Egging on his boys to get that third wicket. Ooh, that was an appeal. They aborted that appeal, and rightfully so. It sounded very patty to me. But the important thing is Tanveer Ahmed and DJ Rao making a fantastic start for Little Saiwan. All the fielders, all the infielders, so loud and vociferous right now. Of course, Little Saiwan missing out on the finals in 2021. They're going to want to make that right. They lost to KCC and they lost to HKCC. On the legs this time, whipped away. Run out chance. Needed a direct hit. So streaky single there for Sunny Singh to get off the mark. And if you're just joining us, of course, the news from the middle. Pakistan Association won the toss, decided to bat first. A brilliant shot from Yasim Murtaza to get off the mark off the very first ball. An authoritative pull to mid-wicket. The 2 wickets falling in that first over. And now we see that deep mid-wicket moving squarer into a deep square leg position. We have a fine leg on the boundary as well. Everyone else up in the circle. On the legs, mid-wicket, cuts it off. Been wickets and dot balls so far for Pakistan Association. Didn't manage to win a single game in 2021 Premier League. And can this year be different? Tell you what, their task of registering a victory today has gotten a lot tougher. Losing 2 wickets in that very first over. On the legs and signaled wide. The comment here from Hasib Muhammad saying that LBW pitched outside leg. Interesting call. I am sitting here at a bit of an awkward angle in the commentary box. But at the end of the day, DJ Rao, that left arm angle working so well for him. On the legs, worked away. And fine leg will cut this off. A single to close out the second over. It's 7 for 2 after 2. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, if you want to help me spread the word about cricket in Hong Kong and associate cricket, share this link with your friends and family on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I should probably follow my own advice, in fact. And I'm going to go ahead, click that share button. There we go. Click on that WhatsApp icon. I'm going to share it in my family group chat right now. Early call of yes and sent back yet again. This is the last thing that you want in a power play. 2 wickets falling in that very first over. When the field is up, you want to be able, you want the liberty to clear that infield, to play the big shots. Especially when the ground dimensions are so small. So often we've seen scores of 60 or 70 in the power play here at Mission Road. DJ Rao looking for his third. He's not going to get it like that. Down the leg side. Lucky to get away with that one. Maybe a hint of pad on that as it went through the batsman. Zeeshan Khan now just coming down, having a chat with DJ Rao. Zeeshan Khan, of course, the captain of Little Saiwan. So impressive at the Asia Cup qualifier. Hong Kong, it has to be said, their players 3 months on the road. Can you imagine that? Down the ground. Has he cleared the ropes? I'm in trouble here. There we go. First maximum of the day. And first maximum of the tournament here at Mission Road. That nearly hit me on the toe, in fact. We talked about that short straight boundary. It's definitely the shot of the day so far. Hamid Khan walking in at number 4, taking early risks. Oh, that one just evading the diving hand of the keeper. It goes down to that deep fine leg boundary. So a 6 followed by a 4. That one rather fortuitous. But if you're in that Pakistan Association dugout, you're not going to mind one bit. Good start here for Hamid Khan. And DJ Rao, that was a good comeback. Unfortunately, just evading the diving hand of the wicketkeeper. It's Upul Rupasinghe behind the sticks today for Little Saiwan. So close to picking up that 3rd wicket, Little Saiwan. No shortage of action so far here at Mission Road. There we go. It looked like the ball just trickled past the fence over there. Took a while to get the ball back, but it's back now. I have to say, a very eventful over so far. 10 runs off it, including a catching chance. That would have been the catch of, well, I had to say the catch of the tournament, but we've only had 3 overs so far here at Mission Road. Short, this time pulled in front of square. Deep square leg, makes no mistake. 11 runs off the over. It's 18 for 2 after 3. Got a question here from Muhammad Saqib. Is Babar Hayat playing? I'm sorry to inform you, Babar Hayat is not a part of either of these teams. Babar Hayat, however, does play for KCC. So whenever KCC is in action, you can definitely tune in. Babar Hayat, always a pleasure watching him bat. It's also great watching Zeeshan Ali and Yasim Murtaza. Unfortunately, they're back in the dugout. Dismissed by DJ Rao in that first over. Here comes Tanveer. On the legs, tucked away. Good stuff, fine leg, run out chance. Better throw would have had the batter in trouble. Hamid Khan has made a good start here. You can see just signaling to his partner there's a gap there between fine leg and that deep mid-wicket fielder. It's a huge gap there, in fact. That's why if you're Tanveer Ahmed, you don't want to be straying onto the pads. There isn't a lot of protection there, square of the wicket on the leg side. That's pitched up and tucked away for an easy single. In fact, no. Sent back again. The understanding between these two partners has been a little... it's been a little off. Not for the first time. Yes, no calls. And I just wonder, is a run out on the cards? Once again, Hamid Khan looking at that leg side boundary. And yet again, we have another change in field. That deep mid-wicket has moved a lot straighter into a conventional deep mid-wicket. Look at that, a huge grunt from Tanveer. A third wicket. If a third wicket fell in the next couple of overs, would really set the cat amongst the pigeons. Tanveer Ahmed keeping things tight in this, the fourth over. Tries to back away to manufacture a shot. Misses it. Hamid Khan, no shortage of intent so far in this innings. But I wonder, with 2 wickets down, maybe just try and turn the strike over. There are singles on offer. But on that occasion, just taking his eyes off the ball. Almost lost his helmet in the process as well. I can see what he was aiming for. Extra cover and cover both up in the circle. Mid-off in the circle as well. There's nobody on the boundary. On the offside. Long on and deep mid-wicket. The 2 boundary riders. Down the track. Has he hit it? Oh, diving forward. It looks like Ehsan Khan, the captain. Just missing that one. Take a look at that replay. Did it carry? Maybe just short of Ehsan Khan. Here we go, Sunny Singh. Still looking for his first boundary. Tucks it off his hips for an easy single. Are they looking for 2? Well, hey, if you ran that first one harder, you could have gotten 2. It's one of the longest sides parts of the outfield, I beg your pardon. Nonetheless, it's 20 for 2 after 4. And we have a change in bowling. Ehsan Khan, the skipper, has brought himself into the attack. We see him do this quite often. Ehsan Khan is an all-phase bowler. He can bowl in the middle of the innings, of course, like most spinners. But he's got great control in the power play, and expect him to come back at the death of the innings as well. I have to say, one issue for the national team has been death bowling. This has been an issue for quite a few years. And it's something that certainly cost Hong Kong in the Asia Cup against Pakistan and in the qualifiers against Kuwait. The good thing for Hong Kong, of course, undefeated at the Asia Cup qualifiers. But that game against Kuwait, how impressive was Edson Silva? Absolute dynamite throughout those qualifiers. Down the ground, taken! Look at that, Ehsan Khan picking up exactly where he left off in the UAE. Oh, look at it. Just stung his hands. But more importantly, it's 3 wickets down here for Pakistan Association. A disastrous start for them. Losing 3 within the power play. That score is now 22 for 3 with 5 deliveries still left in the 5th over. Sunny Singh, the batter, walking back to the dugout. There we go now. You're going to see it on your screens pretty soon. Tanveer Afzal will be walking to the crease at number 5. Senior player Tanveer Afzal has a lot of work to do. The captain today, of course, for Pakistan Association was Hafiz Khan. The youngster Hafiz Khan, the captain today. And apologies, a correction, it's actually 20 for 3. I gave Pakistan Association a bonus 2 runs. And if you're in that Pakistan Association dugout, I don't think you'd mind a bonus 2 runs. But a lot of work to do for the men in green. Big early advantage here for Little Saiwan. And Ehsan Khan, as he so often does, bowling to a 5-4 leg side field. The plan over here is very, very simple. Bowl it nice and straight. That's exactly what he does. One of the single most accurate bowlers in Hong Kong, Ehsan Khan. Quite possibly Hong Kong's best bowler for some years now. Look at that yet again. This time firing that in. And Ehsan Khan throughout that qualifier campaign and the Asia Cup, bowling with taped up fingers. Look at that, fires it in. Straight into the cover region. Yet to concede a single run in this over and picked up a huge wicket as well. A sharp cotton bowled, fires it in. Saw the batter coming. Shortened his length as well. Ehsan Khan, one of Hong Kong's finest. And you have to say, one of the most underrated cricketers in associate cricket. Well, maybe one of the most underrated in world cricket. Consistently troubles full member opposition. Good piece of fielding mid-off. Cuts it off. It's just a single to close out the 5th over. This time it is 22 for 3 after 5. Here we go. Last over of the power play. Play and a miss. Hamid Khan, it's been an eventful innings for him so far. A wonderful 6 down the ground off DJ Rao. Very next delivery. Tried to pull it away. Upul Rupasinghe almost taking that one. It would have been a fantastic grab had he taken it. But it went down to the boundary for 4. No shortage of intent from Hamid. Pushes it down the ground, an easy single. Long on is back on the boundary. And that brings Tanveer Afzal back on strike. One of the most important players here for Pakistan Association. And they're going to need a big, big knock from him. One thing I've noticed about the surface in the morning game, the Women's Premier League, that the ball just keeping a tad low. Fuller. That's good stuff from Tanveer. Conceded just the 6 runs, and he's halfway through his 3rd over. Tanveer to Hamid Khan. Apologies to Tanveer Afzal. That squeezed backward of point. They get through for a single. A slight misfield there. Ooh, we almost had overthrows. Pakistan Association in need of a partnership, in need of boundaries as well. It's a bit of a double whammy for them. They've lost a lot of wickets, but they haven't gotten those boundaries away. A lot of dot balls here for Pakistan Association. Long off in position. Deep mid wicket. We have a short mid wicket as well. Whipped away. And that deep mid wicket fielder has a lot of work to do. They're going to come back for 2. Hamid Khan. Oh, the throw coming in at the non-striker's end. And hitting Tanveer Afzal. There's no appeal here from Little Saiwan. It didn't look like he changed his direction. It looked like he was comfortably in as well. It's a good bit of running. Earlier in the day, he had a chance to take 2 to that long boundary, but did not run that first run fast enough. Hamid Khan on this occasion making amends. And it's so important you do that. If you're unable to pick up regular boundaries, at least you keep that scoreboard ticking. Fuller turns it into a low full toss. And it beats that mid-wicket fielder, but not deep mid-wicket. Good anticipation from the fielder on the boundary. Runs in and keeps it down to 1. There you have it. The end of the power play. After 6 overs, Pakistan Association 27 for 3. You just picked that up on the mic. Took a nice cold sip of water, and I exhaled in relaxation. There we go. We got a change in bowling. It looks like Ehsan Ayaz into the attack for the first time today. Ehsan Ayaz, the left armer, we saw him at the All-Stars League as well. I was about to say Ehsan Ayaz, known as a very accurate bowler, but he starts with a wide delivery on this occasion. It will be interesting to see, where does Ehsan Ayaz bat in the second innings? Does he open the innings? Does he bat in the top order? We've certainly seen Ehsan Ayaz open the batting in All-Stars cricket. Guided away, backward point, run out chance. He had 1 stump to aim at. It was a tough chance. The important thing is they're not giving boundaries away. Little Saiwan, huge early advantage for them. And a reminder, the last time these two teams met, Pakistan Association were bowled out for 80 runs. Little Saiwan had no trouble chasing that down, taking just 14 overs to race toward their target. And I think for the first time today, we have both long on and long off on the boundary. It's a short, straight boundary. Cut away in front of square. Sweeper cover makes no mistake. But like I was saying, a short, straight boundary, especially from this end that Ehsan Ayaz is bowling from. And I have a feeling that's going to affect the length that he bowls as well. If you pitch the ball up and you bowl full from this end, you miss your length. If it's a half volley, you will disappear for 6. Oh, that one a little bit uppish. It's just going to be a single. The important thing for Hamid Khan is he's into the 20s. He's well set. And he's going to have to push on to 50 and beyond. The good news for him is he's got the experienced hand of Tanveer Afzal at the other crease for company. And Tanveer is on strike. Pulled away. Great sound off the bat. Mid-wicket will not cut this off. First boundary for Tanveer Afzal. That score now moving on to 35 for 3 with 2 balls left in the 7th over. That's definitely one of the shots of the day so far from Tanveer Afzal. So much experience at international level. Tucked away into the leg side for an easy single. I'll tell you one thing about T20 cricket. You get a single after hitting a boundary. A lot of people nowadays say, hey, you know what? That's not something you're supposed to praise. But I think in a situation like this, you've lost 3 early wickets. It's perfectly fine looking for that single after a boundary. That's guided to third man. A dot ball to close out the 7th over. It's 36 for 3. And if you're just joining us, the news from the middle is Pakistan Association won the toss and decided to bat first. The first ball disappeared to the boundary from Yasim Murtaza. It looked like he picked up exactly where he left off in international cricket. Unfortunately, in the very same first over, they lost Yasim Murtaza and Zeeshan Ali. Zeeshan LBW, Yasim smacking a delivery straight to mid-on. He's trying to find that short straight boundary. Just couldn't get the elevation on it. And soon afterwards, Manjinder Singh also dismissed. Down the ground. Did he get a hand on that? It runs down to the boundary. Oh, that's an acrobatic bit of fielding. Definitely saving at least 3 runs there. And a loud applause from everybody in that outfield. It's so important when you've got your foot on the throat of the opposition that you continue to sustain that pressure. That's exactly what they've done now. Bilal Akhtar, the leg spinner, has been worked away on the leg side. They run the first one hard. They come back for 2. A strong throw is needed. There you go. That was a good throw from the deep, but they still made up their mind quickly, and they got back for 2. Bilal Akhtar into the attack. Bowling the 8th over is the leg spinner. And of course, Hong Kong already have a very a very promising leg spinner in Mohammad Ghazanfar. Pushed. Cover, cuts it off. Fantastic. Ehsan Khan, the skipper, leading from the front. Ehsan Khan barely ever puts a foot wrong the field or with the ball. It's been fantastic today, ringing in the changes. Push down the ground, and it's only going to be a single. Look at that, long on. In like a flash. That's fantastic anticipation. I have to say, that's one thing that's impressed me a lot about this little Saiwan performance so far. Fantastic effort in the field. It's a double header for little Saiwan. The women were in action earlier in the morning, registering a 50-run win. That's down the ground, and it beats long off. Look at that. Tanveer Afzal with his second boundary, one of the shots of the day. Early pressure here on Bilal Akhtar. He's conceded 8 runs with 1 ball still left in the 8th over. Question on YouTube: what is a par total on this surface? I would say, probably around 155. That is what I predict. In any case, end of the over, 44 for 3 after 8. Nice to see a gradual increase in the view count on YouTube. I'm sure the same is happening on Facebook as well. If you want to help us spread the word about cricket in Hong Kong and associate cricket, share the link to this game with your friends and family on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All you have to do is press that share button and you'll get a bunch of icons. Share it on your favorite social media platform. Whipped away in front to square on the leg side. And a good early call of 2. They're going to come back easily. That run rate for Pakistan Association getting closer and closer to 6 runs and over. That's exactly what you want if you are wearing green or supporting green today. And for the first time, a bit of a partnership brewing between these two batters, as we see Hamid Khan just inspecting that leg side field. Guys that away. Just missed times at the backward point. No run on offer. Guided away. Backward point. That was a good effort. Unable to cut off the single. But gets some good encouragement from the rest of his teammates. That's one thing about Little Saiwan so far, not afraid to throw their bodies around. We now have deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and a long on the boundary on the leg side. Pitched up, fuller length delivery, a Yorker delivery, and fielded at long off by Ehsan Khan. Interesting to see 5 fielders outside the circle. I think that's the thing for Little Saiwan. Just keep it tight. Keep that run rate in check. The batters will make an error. That's driven. Ehsan Khan cuts it off. Five runs off the over so far. 1 delivery left. A much better over here from Ehsan Ayaz. Last ball of the 9th over. That's 2 full, a full toss. And he's unable to cut it off. That fielder at deep mid wicket. We get confirmation on who that is. It looks like Ansh Doshi. And Ehsan Khan as well saying, you should have stopped that. 50 up now for Pakistan Association. 53 for 3 after 9 overs. And a rare misfield there from Ansh Doshi. I have no issues with Ehsan Khan being severe on his fielder over there, saying you should have cut that off. He got both hands to it as well, just unable to push that back into the field of play. And to continue is Bilal Akhtar, the leg spinner. We only have 4 fielders in the circle. Bilal Akhtar. That's whipped away into that long boundary. Good piece of fielding from the fielder. Very good anticipation from deep mid wicket. Ran around very, very quickly. And that's the thing about good fielding. It's not all about those fancy diving stops. Sometimes it's about anticipation, especially if you are a boundary rider. Shorter, flatter, pushed into the offside. Unable to get a hand on that. The fielder at backward point. They're going to come back for an easy 2. But I think you saw an example of what I was speaking about earlier today. That ball just keeping slightly low on that occasion. I wouldn't say there are any real demons in this deck. That's why I feel like a score of around 160 will be a challenging one to chase down. Going exactly a run-a-ball Pakistan Association. If they can get up to close to 100 after 15 overs, they can assault those last 5 overs, maybe get 50, 55 runs, work their way up to 150, 155. I have a feeling 155, 160 is about par on this surface. Tossed up, down the ground. Has he made a good enough connection? Absolutely. That one is almost into the baseball fields. Third maximum of the innings, I believe. The score now moves on to 62 for 3. Bilal Akhtar pumped down the ground yet again. And Tanveer Afzal with his first maximum of the day. And yes, just a clarification, that was only the second 6 of the innings so far. I guess I'm getting a little bit carried away. What can I say? It's T20 cricket. I love seeing maximums. There's been no shortage of action in the first 10 overs. We've had boundaries, we've had wickets, and now we see a bit of a partnership brewing. Shorter, flatter, pushed into that mid-wicket region. They get 1, but that's it. Good work there from Rupa Singh, the wicketkeeper. But this has been one of the best overs of the innings so far. 10 runs off it, still 1 ball left. And after this, there's every chance that the fielders and the batters will be taking a break for drinks. Full toss. Work to do here for deep mid-wicket. There you go, finding that gap to perfection. Gets a warm round of applause from that dugout. And at the halfway mark, Pakistan Association are 65 for 3. Do join us in around 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to take a break. And on the other side of that, we have the second half of this innings. Follow Cricket Hong Kong on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And of course, hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button. And every single time we have live action from Hong Kong, you'll be the first to find out. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dansinghani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansinghani. I'll see you in 2 minutes. There we go, whipped away into that deep mid-wicket region. And we're back for the second half of this innings. Ehsan Ayaz into his third over. Short, smashed into deep mid-wicket. And square leg runs around. That's a good piece of fielding, but unable to cut off the 2 runs. The pendulum has swung since the power play. At the end of the power play, they were 27 for 3. 42 runs have come since the power play in the last 4.5 overs. Smack. Great sound off the bat, but it goes straight to Ehsan Khan at long off. Another decent over here for Pakistan Association. 70 for 3 now they are after 11 overs. And with that, a 50 partnership is raised between Tanveer Afzal and Hamid Khan. And it's been a partnership that's brought them back into the game. I am going to load up this YouTube stream yet again. And everybody watching on YouTube and Facebook, I want to hear your predictions. How much do you think Pakistan Association are going to score at the end of this innings? Give me your score predictions and I'll read out. Well, I'll read them all out. Why not? Down the ground, great shot off the bat. Oh, that's into the baseball fields for sure. That's the biggest 6 we've seen today, and I think that's the shot of the day. Look at that, Tanveer Afzal, known for his big hitting and not disappointing on this occasion either. You can see on the replay as well. Straight down the ground, all the way for 6, as Tony Gregg used to say. The iconic late Tony Gregg, an inspiration for so many commentators. Contributed so much to the game, including to the world of broadcasting as well. But like I said, I want to see your score predictions. How much will Pakistan Association finish with at the end of this innings? I'm going to drop my prediction in right now. I feel like they're looking good for something in the region of I'm going to say 152. Yes, they've rebuilt. Strong partnership. Both batters well set. And Bilal Akhtar, the leg spinner, is under the cosh. That run rate now for Pakistan Association is nudging 7 runs and over. We have long on and long off, both back on the ropes. Shorter, flatter. Mistimed it. Good piece of fielding, backward point. It's Ibrahim Muhammad took that first catch of the day off Yasim Murtaza. Yasim Murtaza, of course, departing in the very first over along with Zeeshan Ali. Short, too short. Is he going to get away with that one? Ooh, a bit of an awkward bounce there. But the fielder does well. It's just a single. 7 runs off the over so far. Only 3 deliveries into the over. Bilal Akhtar conceding 27 in 2.3 overs. That's much better. Pushed straight into the cover region for a valuable and rare dot ball. Tossed up and pushed into the leg side. It's just going to be a single. Tossed up, goes through the offside. Deep cover has some work to do, does well. Once again, it's only a single to close out the 12th over. 9 runs off this one. 79 for 3 after 12. you can see on your screens, two very contrasting innings. 38 off 24 for Tanveer Afzal. And of course 32 off 38 for Hamid Khan. Struck a 6 early on in his innings, straight down the ground, towards me in fact. I have to say I was a little scared for my personal safety. It's a very, very short boundary this. Bang! Over cover! And he's gonna find a boundary. Well struck yet again from Tanveer Afzal. And you know what they say, when Tanveer Afzal hits them, they stay hit. He looks to be in fantastic form. And look at that. Just like that, Tanveer Afzal moving into the 40s, 42 off 25. He's looking very dangerous. And we said this when he walked in as well. They needed a 50-plus score from him. Bang, again. Ehsan Khan cuts it off. That's brilliant. Look at that. Captain Fantastic leading from the front. Saving at least 3 runs on that occasion. That's one thing about this little Saiwan performance. The ground fielding, in general, has been really, really good today. Clipped off the legs. And they're only going to get 1. Ehsan Ayaz into his final over. He has 3 balls left in his spell. He's conceded 29 runs. And Ehsan Ayaz, no doubt, will be looking for his first wicket. And I earlier predicted a score of 152 for Pakistan Association. I'd like to revise that prediction. And I honestly feel like they're looking good for 160 here. Especially with full tosses, but it's been mishit. And it's taken by Ehsan Khan. So bonus wicket here for Little Saiwan. It was a full toss. He should have put that away. Unfortunately, it looks like Tanveer Afzal walking back to the dugout. That's an absolutely massive wicket in the context of this game. And how much will that adjust that expected total? I'm going to take it back. I don't think 160 is going to happen now. Not with the departure of Tanveer Afzal. The good news, of course, is Hamid Khan is still at the crease. But with 7.2 overs left, that's 44 deliveries left in this innings. Pakistan Association would have been hoping to have Tanveer Afzal in towards the end. That's not going to happen. And we're going to get confirmation on who that new man is. And it's Ehsan Nawaz walking to the crease right now. He's going to have a role to play with the ball. But for now, walking in at the crucial number 6 position. One thing I will say is it's not impossible to go at 10, 12 runs and over in those last 5 overs. So if I'm Pakistan Association right now, the field is spread out. There are 5 fielders on the boundary. I'd be looking for those singles and 2s. Just work your way into the innings. And by the 15 over mark, if you get to 105, if you get to 110, then you can explode in the final 5 overs and get up to 160. Ehsan Khan comes into the circle at mid-off. That's clipped. And no mistake made in the deep. Just a single. But Ehsan Nawaz getting off the mark. Nice, pretty little clip off his toes. 1 ball left in his spell for Ehsan Ayaz. Figures of 1 for 30 so far. Got Hamid Khan on strike. Long on and long off. A back. That's a full toss. Oh, and it's taken at deep mid-wicket. Another wicket off yet another full toss. Ehsan Ayaz, it's definitely your day. 5 wickets down now after 13 overs. The score is just 86. And for the second time today, 2 wickets have fallen in the same over. And that's the issue for Pakistan Association. They're losing wickets in clumps. You cannot afford to do that, especially if you want to push for the title. If you want to win the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. You cannot afford to lose wickets at regular intervals. They've now lost half their side. We were talking about a total in the region of 160. how quickly things have changed. And if you're listening on YouTube or Facebook, I want to hear from you. What do you think? How much will Pakistan Association score at the end of this innings? I'm going to switch from YouTube to Facebook. I want to see who's watching on Facebook. Look at that. I'm getting notifications on WhatsApp and on Facebook. A lot of people tuned in around the world, whether it's in the subcontinent or right here in Hong Kong. I'm sure some people who are attending the game at HKCC right now are keeping close tabs on this game as well. That's the great thing about the CHK production. 4 games in 1 day. That's flatter. Work to do here for Long On. Is he going to cut off 2? Yeah, the batters, they're not going to risk it. Not after what's just happened. 2 wickets in that previous over. And amidst all this chaos, we have Mohammad Rawaid Ehtesham walking to the crease. Yes, Rawaid Ehtesham, as you can see on your screens. Tall and lanky. He's got that long reach. Last over for Bilal Akhtar. That's a full toss. Not the first one he's bowled in a spell, but it goes down to Long On for just a single. Into the leg side, deep square leg, cuts it off yet again. It's not easy to get one past these fielders from Little Saiwan. They've made very, very few mistakes today. And I gotta say, I think they've saved at least 5 or 6 runs in the field so far today. That run rate has now dropped comfortably below 7 runs and over for Pakistan Association. Edged away. Third man does well. Fired in, nice and straight. Keeping things tight here. We have 6 overs left after this one. They're taking wickets. They're drying up the runs. Boundaries are not coming for Pakistan Association either. Bit of a false start. Last ball of the over. Last ball of Bilal Akhtar's spell. This has definitely been his best over so far. But can he close things out? Tossed up, worked away into the leg side. This could be 2. No, they don't run the first one fast enough. Pakistan Association, that's the longest part of this ground. You have to run that first one hard. It's just that simple. I have to say, he hit that between mid-wicket and Long On. You couldn't have placed it better. If you're not going to run 2 on that, I don't know when you're going to run 2. It sounds harsh. Nonetheless, it's the end of the over. 91 for 5 after 14. Six overs left, but they're running out of wickets here, Pakistan Association. The big wicket of Tanveer Afzal just 2 overs ago. And that expected score of 160 that I was predicting, I have to seriously revise those predictions. If they can get up to even 145, 150, they'll have something to bowl at. But I would say maybe just under par. DJ Rao into the attack. This has been pumped straight over that fielder. Just over that fielder, in fact, Ehsan Ayaz. At a straightish deep mid-wicket, unable to cut that off. So 3rd maximum of the day here for Pakistan Association. And Ehsan Nawaz clipping that one off his legs. 2nd maximum of the bowling of DJ Rao. They need as much of this as possible, Pakistan Association. Sometimes one maximum is all it takes to turn things around. Coming around the wicket, nudged into the leg side, an early call of 2. Will they honor that call? Yes, they will. A run-out chance? Absolutely not. The fielder fails to gather. And it's not often today that they've made mistakes in the outfield. Tanveer Ahmed on this occasion, racing in, trying to cut off the 2 runs. That's why he fumbled it. Pakistan Association, this is what happens when you run that first one hard. Around the wicket, nudged into the offside. They get through for a sneaky single. It's been a good little cameo so far here from Ehsan Nawaz, as 100 is up now for Pakistan Association. Once again, that run rate getting closer and closer, 7 runs per over. And we talked about this. You want to be around that 100, 110 mark at the end of 15 overs. You can easily go at 10 runs and over with at least 1, if not 2, set batters at the crease. Pulled away in front of square. Mid-wicket. In fact, square leg, makes no mistake. Two early wickets, of course, for DJ Rao. Made a big impact at the start of this innings. This over, however, it's been an over to forget so far. But can he turn things around? 2 balls left in the 15th over. Tries to pull it away. Not signaled wide. And rightfully so. I don't think that was too far down leg. 1 ball left in the 15th over. They've lost half their side, but they've crossed 100. Ehsan Nawaz, 13 off 9 with 1 maximum just moments ago. Moves across his stumps, tucks it into square leg for an easy single. And that rounds off the 15th over. It's 102 for 5. We have 5 overs left in the innings. We'd like to take this opportunity to give a big shout out and a big thank you to our sponsors, Gencor, for sponsoring not just the Gencor Women's Premier League, but of course the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. Gencor, of course, so supportive of cricket in Hong Kong for a long time now. And without you, Gencor, we would not have been able to pull this off. So thank you for your continued support for cricket in Hong Kong. I'm also going to use this as an opportunity to plug our social media channels. Follow us, Cricket HK, at Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Clipped off the legs. Square leg, will make no mistake, it's just a single. Ehsan Khan into his 2nd over, back into the attack, picked up a wicket off his very first delivery. A sharp caught and bowled. A little bit more flight, cutaway, backward point, makes no mistake. So 2 singles to kick off the 16th over. And there's every chance, of course, that Ehsan Khan bowls overs 16, 18 and 20. Here we go. Hong Kong's finest. He's pumped into the leg side. It's not going to clear the boundary. In fact, yes it is. I spoke too soon. Clipped off his legs. That's the longer boundary as well. Well done, Pakistan Association. Well done, Ehsan Nawaz. That's your 2nd maximum of the day. What a crazy game it's been. What a crazy innings. Pendulums swinging over and over again. Clipped down to long on for a single. But it's amazing how often we've had to adjust our expected total, our predicted total. At one stage we were thinking 150, then 160. Oh, that's a big appeal, and yes, it's going to be given. Ehsan Khan, you can't keep him out of the action for too long. 2nd wicket in just his 2nd over. And yet again, the pendulum has swung here at Mission Road. Pakistan Association have just lost their 6th wicket. The score is Nelson for 6, 111 for 6. There you have it, Rowaid Ehtesham walking back to the dugout. He's not very happy. He wanted to stick around for at least a couple more overs. And it's Hassan Muhammad Khan walking in at number 8, a more than capable batter, Hassan Muhammad Khan. But Hassan Muhammad Khan, of course, looking to push his case for national selection. We saw him perform really well in the All-Stars series, both with bat and with ball, making contributions at different stages of the tournament. And he's certainly a more than capable batter. Ehsan. Oh, another appeal, maybe this one. Just sliding down leg side. And a bit of an inside edge on that one as well. So, after 16 overs, Pakistan Association 111 for 6. And a change in bowling. Back into the attack comes Tanveer Ahmed. 111 for 6, going at just under 7 runs per over. Ehsan Nawaz goes leg side, finds that gap at square leg, and picks up a boundary for his troubles. 26 not out of 14. This is an absolutely crucial knock. Wickets have been falling at the other end, but Ehsan Nawaz whipping his brother away to that deep square leg region. "23 deliveries left in this innings. That's actually a lot of time. And of course, Pakistan Association only have 4 wickets in hand. That's the issue for them. Into the leg side. Oh, went for the catch. I'm not sure he should have. And it goes into the boundary. That deep mid-wicket fielder. Try to get confirmation on who that is. There we go, Dhananjay Rao. It was a brave decision, no doubt. And he committed to that catch, but falling well short of him and going into the boundary. I just wonder with Ehsan Nawaz on strike, maybe the priority should be just to cut off those boundaries. Consecutive 4s for Ehsan Nawaz. Is that going to be 3 in a row? No, it isn't. Fine leg. Cuts that off. It's just a single, but that's because Ehsan Nawaz just fell over at the non-striker's end. So the good news for Lil Saiwan is Nawaz is now off strike, and you see the field coming in maybe. No, the field is going to stay back. Pushed. Long on, should cut this off, and that's exactly what he does. Ibrahim Muhammad taking that catch as well in that first over. Yasim Murtaza, what a massive wicket. Imagine being Pakistan Association. You lose Yasim Murtaza. You lose Zeeshan Ali in that very first over. Dhananjay Rao taking both those wickets. 10 runs off the over. 2 deliveries still left. Ehsan Nawaz clips one off his legs. Is that going to run away into the boundary? No, it doesn't. Well done, deep mid-wicket. Runs around. It's just 2 runs. But one of the best innings of the... Apologies, one of the best overs of the innings so far. 12 runs off it. 1 ball left. Into the leg side. Oh, yes, good piece of fielding. A bit of a fumble, but he saves 3 runs nonetheless. The important thing for Pakistan Association is 13 runs off that over. Ehsan Nawaz will keep the strike. We have 3 overs left. It's 124 for 6 in the first innings at Mission Road. If you're just joining us, Pakistan Association won the toss, decided to bat first. Ooh, it's been a bit of a up and down innings for the men in green, but they're accelerating at the right time. The only issue for them is that wickets column, having lost 6 wickets so far. But Ehsan Nawaz undefeated on 34 off 18, 2 4s and 2 6s so far in his innings. And the best thing about his innings, or one of the best things about this innings, is that low dot ball percentage. But it looks as if Ehsan Khan is all set to bowl 2 out of the last 3 overs in this innings. He's not easy to get away. That's down the leg side. Nope, not signaled wide. Perhaps a bit of pad on that one. But Ehsan Nawaz just looking at those gaps in the leg side, thinking, where can I get a boundary? Clipped. Beats mid-wicket. And deep mid-wicket runs in. It's just a single. So a good start to the over. Just 1 off the first 2 deliveries. And Ehsan Nawaz is off strike as well. Hassan Muhammad Khan, he's surveying that leg side field as well. Worked away down to long on. And we can hear claps from that Pakistan Association dugout as well. They know it's so important. It's just a single, but it gets the set batter back on strike. Fired in, goes into the leg side. Hits it well, but not well enough. It's still just a single. Look at that Ehsan Khan, he continues to deliver. It's a crucial over so far, just 3 runs off it, 2 balls left. 14 deliveries left in this innings. Little Saiwan looking to contain the opposition to something under 150, 155. Big appeal, I think this will be given, absolutely. 3rd wicket down for Ehsan Khan. 3rd wicket taken by Ehsan Khan, I beg your pardon. And 7 wickets down for the men in green. There we have it, Hassan Khan Muhammad. His stay at the crease is a brief one. And pretty soon on your screens you're going to see, walking in at number 9 is Nasrilla Khan. Apologies, Nasrullah Rana. But yes, Nasrullah Rana, without a doubt, will be looking to work his way back into national contention. In pre-COVID times, he did play quite a few games for Hong Kong. Nasrilla Khan, including, of course, at the 2019 T20 World Cup qualifier. So Nasrilla Khan is someone who's been in and around that national setup, but he wants to get back in. 2.1 overs left. It's 127 for 7. Worked away for a single. So Nasrullah off strike straight away. And he's going to keep strike as well. We have 2 overs left here in the first innings. It's day 1 of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. Thank you so much to our sponsors Gencor for supporting cricket in Hong Kong yet again. $128 for 7. I'm going to head over to Facebook right now. I want to check out that live stream, see what's happening. There we go. Cricket Hong Kong. Every time they go live, I'm one of the first people to find out. You know why? It's because I hit that bell icon. I've hit that subscribe button. That's exactly what you should do, and you'll never miss any cricketing action from here in Hong Kong. DJ Rao bowling the 19th. Pumped down the ground. 1 bounce for 4. Into that long on, vacant long on region. And a good start to his innings for Nasrullah Rana. You have to say small dimensions here at Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. You can definitely get 25-30 runs in the last 2 overs. And that's actually pretty well bowled from DJ Rao. Shortening his length, perhaps taking Nasrilla by surprise. The short and wide took some pace off that as well. It's been an interesting day for DJ Rao. 2 wickets in that very first over. Made a huge contribution, dismissing both Zeeshan Ali and Yasim Murtaza. I have to say, Yasim Murtaza, that was the big fish. The man in form. Short again, yet again deceiving the batter with pace, or lack of pace. 4 runs off the first 3 balls. A good comeback from DJ Rao after being pumped for a boundary. I'm looking at that Cricket Hong Kong logo on Facebook, and I see a bit of an icon underneath that. Live. There you go. If YouTube's not your forte, you can catch us on Facebook video. Down the ground. This might clear us. Oh, look at that. I had to watch my back. Over that short boundary we just spoke of. 10 runs off the over so far. A very, very good one for Pakistan Association. I usually get more excited about maximums, but I'm not gonna lie. Oof. I don't have a helmet on here at the commentary box. I did not want to be hit in the head by that. But more importantly for Pakistan Association, both batters looking well set. Ehsan Nawaz, 2 sixes and 2 boundaries in his innings so far. A boundary and a 6 for Nasrilla Khan so far. Once again, this is a catching chance, and it's taken. Well done, deep mid-wicket, making no chance. An eventful over. But more importantly for Little Saiwan, it's a wicket and a dot ball. Nasrilla Khan, you made a good contribution. 11 off 6 in his little cameo. The score now 138 for 8. 7 deliveries left in this innings. A potential 7 deliveries. But only 2 wickets left as Hafiz Khan, the skipper for today, walks to the crease. And of course, in the closing stages of the innings, it's not uncommon to see both long on and long off back on the rope. In fact, that's down the leg side, perhaps just clipping the pads, but interestingly, fielding at mid-off, just outside that 30-yard circle, in fact, was Ehsan Khan. That's a good end to an otherwise expensive over from DJ Rao. That's the end of his spell. He's taken 3 for 36 in his 4 overs. And as we take a look at those partnerships, that big one between Tanveer Afzal and Hamid Khan, that's laid the foundation for this total so far. But you have to say, Pakistan Association, the fall of those early wickets, it's really set them back. And a score in the region of 160 batting first would have been pretty good. But it really does not look as if they're going to get there. Just 6 balls left in this innings. That's tucked away. Tries to paddle scoop that, but goes straight to fine leg. Ehsan Nawaz, 36 off 22. 2 boundaries, 2 sixes in his innings so far. 5 balls left. Good sound off the bat, but deep mid-wicket should cut this off. Oh, bit of a fumble. And it allows the batters to come back for 2. We spoke highly of their ground fielding so far, Little Saiwan. They've been largely impressive in the field so far. Just a bit of a fumble allows Ehsan Nawaz to come back for 2. And he retains the strike. Tries to go leg side. That's uppish. They're going to get 1. They're looking for 2. No, he falls over. And it's a good thing he fell down as well. 2 runs were not on offer. But once again, Zeeshan Khan barely putting a foot wrong. 3 runs off the first 3 balls of this over. It's the very last over. If you're just joining us, Pakistan Association, they won the toss, decided to bat first. It's been a bit of an up and down innings from them so far. They've simply lost too many wickets. We now have a short mid-wicket in position. That's into the offside. Will that find the boundary? That's a long part of the outfield. And no, it doesn't go to the boundary, but they get back for 2. Interesting that they chose to take 2 runs. In my opinion, that was the wrong decision. You want Ehsan Nawaz on strike. He's more likely to hit a boundary at this stage. 143 for 8. Can they get up to that magical 150 total? Hafiz on strike, inside edge, down to fine leg. They scamper through for a single. Batting on 39 off 24. He's not going to get to his 50 unless we see an extra. It's Ehsan Khan bowling. We're not going to see an extra if Ehsan Khan is bowling. Let's face it. Here we go. Last ball of the innings. Pumped. Long on has some work to do. Will he cut this off? He saves the boundary. But they only get 1 run. That's fantastic anticipation from Long on. Another strong bit of ground fielding to close out the innings. Pakistan Association end on 145 for 8. It's an innings that was spearheaded by a half century from Tanveer Afzal. But you get the feeling maybe 10, 15, 20 runs short here at Mission Road. When we come back for the second innings, Little Saiwan will need to chase 146 at 7.3 runs per over to register a win on day 1 of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. And of course, don't go too far. If you miss the action, you can always catch the highlights, which will be coming up pretty soon. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dansagani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Facebook. Apologies, on Twitter at Jay Dansagani. And of course, follow Cricket Hong Kong on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And hey, we're even on LinkedIn. Hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button. And every time there's live cricket from Hong Kong, you'll be the first to find out. Don't go too far. The highlights are coming up right now. If they're able to hit it in front of square, you know that they pick up length incredibly quickly. Second ball, he's going to have to be tighter. And DJ Rao, of course, will be looking to push his case for national selection. But first, you do well in this tournament, you can get picked for that. So impressive at the Asia Cup qualifier. Hong Kong, it has to be said, their players 3 months on the road. Can you imagine that? Down the Cup qualifiers. But that if they're able to hit it in front of square, you know that they pick up length incredibly quickly. Second ball, he's going to have to be tighter. He's short again. Chance taken! Great comeback from Dhananjaya Rao. 4 and out. And DJ Rao will be looking to push his case for national selection. But first, you do well in this tournament, you can get picked for that All-Star Series. Tries to whip it away, a big appeal. And yes, it's given. Zeeshan Ali looks back. Little Saiwan, so impressive at the Asia Cup qualifier. Hong Kong, it has to be said, their players 3 months on the road. Can you imagine that? Down the ground. Has he cleared the ropes? I'm in trouble here. There we go. First maximum of the qualifiers. But that game against Kuwait, how impressive was Edson Silva? Absolute dynamite throughout those qualifiers. Down the ground, taken. Look at that. Zeeshan Khan picking up exactly where he left off in the UAE. Last ball of the 9th over. That's too full, a full toss. And he's unable to cut it off. That fielder on this surface. Tossed up, down the ground. Has he made a good enough connection? Absolutely. That one is almost into the baseball fields. Third maximum of the innings, I believe. Smack. Great sound off the bat, but it goes straight to Zeeshan Khan at long off. Another decent over here for Pakistan. I think Pakistan Association are going to score at the end of this innings. Give me score predictions and I'll read out. Well, I'll read them all out. Why not? Down the ground. Great shot off the bat. Oh, that's into the baseball. I earlier predicted a score of 152 for Pakistan Association. I'd like to revise that prediction. And I honestly feel like they're looking good for 160 here. Especially with full tosses, but it's been mishit. And it's taken by Zeeshan Khan. So bonus wicket here. Spell for Zeeshan Ayaz. Figures of 1 for 30 so far. Got Hamid Khan on strike. Long on and long off are back. That's a full toss. Oh, it's taken at deep mid wicket. Another wicket off yet another full toss. Zeeshan Ayaz. If they can get up to even 145, 150, they'll have something to bowl at. I would say maybe just under par. DJ Rao into the attack. It's been pumped straight over that fielder. Just over that fielder, in fact. Zeeshan Ayaz. Tanveer Ahmed on this occasion. Racing in, trying to cut off the 2 runs. That's why he fumbled it. Pakistan Association, this is what happens when you run that first one hard. Around the wicket. Nudged into the offside. They get through for a sneaky single. 20. Here we go. Hong Kong's finest. He's pumped into the leg side. It's not going to clear the boundary. In fact, yes it is. I spoke too soon. Amazing how often we've had to adjust our expected total, our predicted total. At one stage we were thinking 150, then 160. Oh, that's a big appeal, and yes, it's going to be given. Zeeshan Khan, you can't keep him out of the action for too long. Second wicket, and that's the issue for them.
Check in the 3 at other times if he's doing something. He's trying to get you.
Into the leg side. Oh, went for the catch. I'm not sure he should have. And it goes into just 3 runs off with 2 balls left. 14 deliveries left in this innings. Little Saiwan looking to contain the opposition to something under 150, 155. Big appeal. I think this will be given. Absolutely. 3rd wicket down for S. I've hit that subscribe button. That's exactly what you should do, and you'll never miss any cricketing action from here in Hong Kong. DJ Rao bowling the 19th. Pumped down the ground. 1 bounce for 4. Into that long on. Bacon. And I see a bit of an icon underneath that. Live. There you go. If YouTube's not your forte, you can catch us on Facebook video. Down the ground. This might clear us. Oh, look at that. I had to watch my back. Zeeshan Nawaz. 2 sixes and 2 boundaries in his innings so far. A boundary and a 6 for Nasrilla Khan so far. Once again, this is a catching chance. And it's taken. Well done, deep mid wicket, making no chance. An eventful over. But more importantly for Little Saiwan, it's a wicket and a dot ball. Nasrilla Khan made a good contribution. 11 off 6 in his little cameo. The score now 138 for 8. 7 deliveries left in this innings. Welcome back for the second half of this game between Little Saiwan and Pakistan Association. If you're just joining us, Pakistan Association won the toss, chose to bat, posted 145 for 8. Thanks in large part to that half century from Tanveer Afzal. Fantastic innings from him. Ehsan Nawaz as well towards the end of that innings. Incredibly impressive. Got 2 boundaries and 2 sixes away in his knock of, I believe it was 40 off 27. In any case, it's going to be Ehsan Nawaz himself opening up here from the Argyle Street end. First ball, Ehsan Nawaz. Right on the money, squeezed away, past backward point for a single. Ibrahim Ashaq off the mark, and now on strike is the left-hander Ehsan Ayaz. And interestingly, for the first time today, we see a 6-3 offside field. So the plan is very clear. Angle the ball across the left-hander. We have no slips in position either. That's quite interesting. But we have an acrobatic keeper behind the stumps in the form of Zeeshan Ali. Day 1 of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. Wide and left alone, signaled wide as well. Bit of exercise here for the umpire. I have to say, it's actually been a more pleasant day here at Mission Road compared to the first 2 weeks of action. I beg your pardon. 1 for no loss, 4 deliveries left in the first over. Here comes Ehsan Nawaz to Ehsan Ayaz, left alone. And that's the channel you want to be bowling in, that 4th, 5th stump line. And you want to have that batter in 2 minds. Do I play? Do I leave it alone? And it's T20 cricket, you can't keep leaving the ball. A stacked offside field. Third man, gully, backward point. We got cover, extra cover. In fact, that cover fielder, just as I say, is dropping back to the boundary. And we have mid-wicket coming into the circle. Pushed. Extra cover, Yasim Murtaza does well. There was an awkward bounce, but he took it. And he probably cut off at least a single, if not more. And without a doubt, Yasim Murtaza, the man informed, has done so well for the national team, especially in the Asia Cup qualifiers and the Asia Cup. Missed out with the bat today. In fact, he hit his very first ball for 4 in front to square. Dismissed off his second delivery. That's well timed. It comes towards us. Didn't overhit that at all. But held his shape. High elbow Ehsan Ayaz. And picks up his very first boundary. So a good start here for Little Saiwan. And that's exactly what they need. Plenty of batting to come, of course, for Little Saiwan. We're yet to see Ehsan Khan, the captain. So impressive with the ball. Tries to play at that one. And that's a dot ball to close out the first over. 1 boundary off it. 5 for no loss after 1. In fact, it looks as if there's 1 delivery left in this over. Our scorers certainly have it down as 6 balls done. In any case, last ball coming up makes no difference to the score. It remains 5 for no loss after 1. But of course, at the start of the innings, they needed 7.3 runs per over to chase down this target of 146. They got 6 runs off the very first over. One thing I will say about Pakistan Association, got a good bowling attack. You got the likes of Ehsan Nawaz, Tanveer Afzal, Yasim Murtaza. I'm sure we'll see him pretty soon, whether that's towards the end of the power play or after the power play. And of course you got Nasrilla Khan as well. I think it's Hassan Khan Muhammad. Here we go, Hassan Khan Muhammad. In fact, it's Muhammad Waheed into the attack. That's not the best way to start. And Muhammad Waheed, he's one of those players that we've seen at the All-Star Series as well. And you do well here at the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League, and you make a strong case for selection at the All-Star Series. That's a 3-team competition, essentially a best versus best series. That's edged down to third man. A valiant attempt. In fact, that crashes into one of our cameras. Captain Hafiz Khan for the day, unable to cut that off. So good little start here for Little Saiwan. Still early days, but they've got 2 boundaries away in the very first 2 overs. Second time a boundary has come in our direction here in the commentary box. We've been in trouble today. Bang! Through the offside. Shot of the innings so far. Through that cover region. Look at that. Ibrahim Ishaq. What a start to your innings. Score now 15 for no loss. We still have 4 deliveries left in the second over. It's a lightning start here for Little Saiwan. They know exactly what they have to chase. And that target, of course, is 146. A reminder that the last time these 2 teams met, Little Saiwan absolutely motored home. They bowled out Pakistan Association for 80 runs. And they chased down the target in just 14 overs. That was last year in 2021. Too short, a chance. Hafiz Khan chooses not to go for the catch. He was in 2 minds, and at the end of the day, lets that go through his legs for a boundary. And one thing you have to watch out for when you're commentating at field level, and you're not in an actual commentary box, you got to keep it down sometimes. You don't want to distract any of the players, especially when they're fielding right next to us. So if you heard me just whispering, that's exactly why. I don't want to be a hindrance to any of these outfielders. 19 for no loss, halfway through the second over. Bang, he goes again. That's uppish. That's going to be yet another boundary behind square on the offside. That's 3 boundaries in this over so far. In fact, 4 boundaries in this over so far. Look at that. That's how many boundaries we've seen. I'm losing count at this stage. 23 for no loss, just 10 balls into this innings. Ibrahim Ishaq, 17 off 5. 4 boundaries in that knock. Hasn't faced a single dot ball, and he's looking at that leg side field now. Muhammad Waheed has been too short and too wide too often. There we go, short outside the off stump, guided to Hafiz Khan. Hafiz Khan has been very busy in this over. 2 boundaries, 1 to his left, 1 to his right. Unable to cut either of those off. And you know, we were just talking about how good their bowling lineup is. The likes of Muhammad Waheed, Hassan Muhammad Khan, Tanveer Afzal, Zeeshan, Yasim Murtaza. I was getting distracted just looking at Zeeshan Ali. Just making sure his fielders are in the right position. Pushed, and backward point does well. In fact, it's been signaled no ball. We'll get confirmation on exactly why that is the case. I do not believe this is a front foot no ball. It could be because of the field. Why is it no ball? There we go, 3 fielders outside that 30-yard circle. Just as we suspected.
Including the captain.
There we go. So it's going to be a free hit. Things going from bad to worse for Pakistan Association. Lil Saiwan need 120 more runs to win in 18.1 overs. It's a free hit. Ehsan Ayaz on strike. Tries to go leg side. Will not get a boundary away. Skipper Hafiz Khan does well. Good strong throw in. It's just a single. But a very, very expensive over. 20 runs off it. And after 2 overs. In fact, there's still more punishment to come in this innings. And in this over. It has not been signalled over. See, that's the thing with extras. It's hard to keep track of exactly how many balls have been bowled. 26 for no loss. This should be the last ball. Mohammad Waheed, too short, gets away with this one. And the score remains 26 for no loss after 2. They need 120 from 108 balls. They have all 10 wickets in hand. It's the left-hander Ehsan Ayaz on strike. Goes bang. That's too wide. Can't reach it. Signalled wide. You can hear a loud grunt as well from Ehsan Nawaz. Putting everything he has into that delivery. And fielding at mid-on, Nasrilla Khan, we see him getting loose. I wonder if he's going to come into the attack. Taking his eyes off that delivery, Ehsan Ayaz. A swing and a miss. First time I've said that in this inning. A swing and a miss. That's because boundaries have been the story of the innings so far. 5 boundaries inside the first 3 overs. Lil Saiwan going at in excess of 12 runs and over. Here we go, Ehsan Nawaz. Bang, great sound off the bat. Work to do here for Tanveer Afzal. Runs around from long off. Does well to cut it off. It's going to be 2 runs for Lil Saiwan. Ehsan Ayaz has already collected a boundary down the ground. It was an elegant shot between the bowler and mid-off. That ball, of course, coming down towards us. You can rest assured if he overpitches Ehsan Nawaz, he will be pumped down the ground. Pumped down the ground. Similar region. Good piece of fielding there from Tanveer Afzal. Bit of a fumble, but doesn't cost him. Just a single to Ehsan Ayaz. He's batting on 7 off 8, Ehsan Ayaz. He's now at the non-striker's end. But I tell you what, such a good sound off his bat throughout this innings. Similar story for Ibrahim Ishaq. He's been hitting it really well. He's been middling it. 4 boundaries for him so far. Ooh, doesn't middle this one, but they scamp it through for a cheeky run nonetheless. No signal from the umpire, and rightfully so. Bit of an inside edge onto his body there. It was a very thick and woody sound. Ibrahim Ishaq, not often that he's mishit one in this innings. But just like that, in the blink of an eye, with the click of your fingers, Ibrahim Ishaq has raced on to 20 off 8. Straight back to the bowler, a rare dot ball. Look, if you're Pakistan Association, it's good to see this and hear this. The fielders trying to G each other up. They're nice and enthusiastic. They're making some noise, and a big reason for that is because this has been a tighter over here from Ehsan Nawaz. False start. He's going to have to load up again. 6-3 offside field. Bang! Tanveer Afzal will be into the action yet again. Once again a bit of a fumble. Unable to cut off 2 runs. Raises his hand, apologizes to the bowler. 8 runs off the over. 34 for no loss after 3. They need 112 of 102 deliveries. Do Little Saiwan, and they've got all 10 of their wickets in hand. And here we go, a crucial juncture of the game. Yasim Murtaza, the best left-arm spinner in the country, is into the attack. Was so impressive at the Asia Cup qualifiers, both with bat and with ball. And he's bowling from the right end as well. He's bowling from the softball end. Those straight boundaries at the softball end are longer, so he has a little more protection over there. And of course mid-on and mid-off. In fact, mid-on is in the circle and long-off is back on the ropes. We have a slip-in position. Bang! Ibrahim Ishaq, that's a good shot. It's signaled 4 from the umpire. I think that was a 1 bounce 4 there. Hitting that towards that wideish long-on position. 5th boundary in his innings so far. The score moves on to 38 for no loss. Look at that, Yasim Murtaza. He's not used to that treatment. 38 for no loss. Guides it away. Slip. Ooh, sharp bit of work and appeal. The umpire turns it down. That slip fielder in position is Tanveer Afzal. Played a fantastic knock, a half century in the first innings. It powered Pakistan Association to 145 for 8. I don't think it's gonna be enough, but there's still plenty of time left in this game. Yasim Murtaza, shorter, quicker, and well fielded. So Yasim Murtaza and Pakistan Association really have to drag things back here. Tossed up, down the ground. Does he beat mid-on? Absolutely. Look at that, Ibrahim Ishaq. You're in fantastic form. 2nd boundary of the over for him. And Yasim Murtaza, he might be a national hero, but he is being treated with some disregard here. Ibrahim Ishaq races on to 28 off 12. Oh, big appeal. This could be out, and yes, it's given. Good comeback here from Yasim Murtaza. First wicket down for Little Saiwan. And it's Ibrahim Ishaq walking back to the dugout. 28 of 13. Got off to a great start in the power play. He's given Little Saiwan the early advantage, but is this the opening that Pakistan Association needed? 42 for 1. 1 delivery still left in the 4th over. We're going to get confirmation on who that number 3 batter is. There you have it. Ikram Hussain walking in at number 3. The important thing for Little Saiwan is Ehsan Ayaz is still at the crease. He's looked good in his short stay so far. He's looked quite comfortable. But there you go, Yasim Murtaza, the class of the man, pumped to a straightish long on and wideish long on respectively for 2 boundaries in his first 4 deliveries. Responds off the very next ball. Shorter, flatter, quicker, straighter, and out. Last ball of the over. And defended respectfully by Ikram. 8 runs off the over, but a successful one. The big wicket of Ibrahim Ishaq. It's 42 for 1 after 4. And a change of ends for Mohammad Waheed. He is bowling from the Argyle Street end. Bowling to left-handed Ehsan Ayaz. He's batting on 10 off 11. One beautiful, elegant boundary down to where I'm sitting in the commentary box, the long off position. We have a long off in position. Nasrilla Khan just getting loose. I wonder if we're going to see him bowl the next over. Here we go. Mohammad Waheed, his second over. That's much better. It's pumped into the leg side for an easy single. And that's the thing, if you're Little Saiwan, absolutely nothing fancy needed at this stage. You're well in control of this run chase. Take your time, build an innings, build a partnership. Even if they get to that halfway mark, that 10 over mark, and they're around 80 for 1 or 80 for 2, it's going to be relatively easy to chase things down. Ikram on strike. Played away through the offside. Does he find the gap? No, he doesn't. Well done. Looks like Hassan Khan Muhammad on that occasion cutting that off. Hassan Khan, you get the feeling he's going to have a role to play with the ball. Pakistan Association with a good bowling attack. Mohammad Waheed coming over the wicket to Ehsan Ayaz. Squeezed away down to deep third man for a single. .101 needed off 93 deliveries, as you can see on your screens right now. The good thing for Little Saiwan, they have almost all of their wickets in hand. They've got 9 wickets in the bag. Good sound off the bat, through the covers. I don't think he has enough on this to reach the boundary. No, he doesn't, but they get back for 2 nonetheless. Decent start here for Ikram Hussain. But of course, those overs from Yasim Murtaza could prove so crucial. Already picked up a wicket in his very first over. And heading into this contest, of course, for Pakistan Association, Yasim Murtaza was a key bowler, much like Ehsan Khan is for Little Saiwan. Didn't know where that went, Ikram Hussain. That squeezed down to square leg for a single. But of course, for the national team, Ehsan Khan and Yasim Murtaza, so impressive anytime they bowl in tandem. An absolute treat to watch, assuming of course that you are either a Hong Kong or neutral fan. If you're in the opposition, you don't want to see Ehsan and Yasim Murtaza bowling in tandem. Last ball of the 5th over. No boundaries off this. That's a thickish inside edge. This could run away to the boundary. Yeah, well done, Hassan Khan. You cut that off. You've definitely saved 2 additional runs. But it's 50 up now for Little Saiwan. 50 for 1 after 5 overs. And we called it a few minutes ago. Nasrilla Khan getting loose, doing his stretches, and he is into the attack. So an interesting move, Yasim Murtaza. I had a feeling maybe he'd continue from this end, but he picked up a wicket. And I think perhaps Hafiz Khan, the captain, thinking, hey, you know what? I want 3 overs from my premier bowler in the bag. I want to spread things out. Nasrilla Khan, first ball. Short. It was quick. It could have been put away, unfortunately. Ikram just finding that cover fielder. Good bit of fielding there from Yasim Murtaza. But if I was Pakistan Association, ooh, I wouldn't be saving overs here from Yasim Murtaza. I want to get that second wicket as soon as possible. Oh, playing a miss. You've got to move your feet. You've got to transfer your weight onto the back foot there. Ikram Hussain got some width on that occasion. But if your feet are rooted to the crease, you're not always going to be in the best position to smack it away backward and square. There hasn't been a lot of movement on offer for any of the seamers so far today. That's one thing you definitely have to take into account. Pretty decent batting conditions here at Mission Road. A play and a miss again. Just throwing his hands at that one. And once again, Pakistan Association getting louder and louder and louder. You love to see this. You love to hear it. We all want to see a close contest here at Mission Road. And I'll tell you what, things are getting slightly closer. Ever since that dismissal of Ibrahim Ishaq, a wonderful piece of bowling from Yasim Murtaza. Got pumped for 2 boundaries in his first 4 balls. Next ball, gets a wicket. And this has been nicked. Second wicket down here for Little Saiwan. Pakistan Association, they're back in this contest. Just like that. No runs off the over. The dot ball pressure showing on Ikram Hussain. He walks back to the dugout in just single figures. It's 50 for 2 now. 2 balls left in the power play. And look at that, the familiar face, the familiar figure of Captain Fantastic Ehsan Khan was absolutely brilliant with the ball. And that came as a surprise to a grand total of 0 people. He's going to have a role to play with the bat as well, walking in at number 4, the captain. 96 still needed of 86 deliveries. The important thing for Pakistan Association is they've taken 2 quick wickets. Ibrahim Ishaq, ooh, he looked near invincible in his innings. Pumped Yasim Murtaza down the ground for 2 boundaries in his first 4 balls, but then was trapped in front LBW. And speaking of the man himself, Yasim Murtaza moves into a first slip position. Pakistan Association, they're back. Can 2 wickets become 3? Good gas here from Nasrilla Khan, straight into that cover region, a dot ball. And this is shaping up to be a wicket maiden. No runs off this over so far. Nasrilla Khan, if you want to make a comeback into that Hong Kong team, this is a good way to kick things off. If you like what you've heard so far, you can always follow me on Facebook at JDancingHani. In fact, that is also my Twitter handle, JDancingHani. And of course, follow Cricket Hong Kong across social media. Here we go, Nasrilla Khan, full pumped into the cover region, still no run. A wicket maiden. The last over of the power play, a very good one for Pakistan Association. They've worked their way back into this contest. It's 50 for 2 after 6. And attention has swept across Mission Road here. 10 minutes ago, it looked like it was all Little Saiwan. But 2 massive wickets. The big wicket, of course, of Ibrahim Ishaq. He looked so good opening the batting. It's going to be Mohammad Waheed to continue. He's into his 3rd over, coming over the wicket to Ehsan Ayaz. Quick single, run out chance, no chance. That was good early call there from Ehsan Ayaz. And Ehsan Khan responding really well. Ehsan Khan, of course, such a consistent performer with the bat in domestic cricket in Hong Kong. Hasn't quite translated that to runs at the international level. But he is definitely a top order batter in domestic cricket. Look at that. You can see exactly why. Riding the bounce so well. Did well to keep that down and picks up a single to that sweeper cover. Mohammad Waheed conceded 31 runs in his 2.2 overs. That included a 20-run over in his very first over. Ibrahim Ishaq dispatching him for 4 boundaries. Short on the pads, worked away down to deep square leg. It's going to just be a single. But Ehsan Ayaz batting on a runner ball 16. Nothing fancy needed from him. Just stick around with your captain. Try and build a partnership. Get up to around 75 runs at the 10 over mark. And this game is going to be in your favor. Pushed into the offside, the intelligent Ehsan Khan, the experienced, evergreen Ehsan Khan, picks up another single. Two balls left in the 7th over. Oh, tries to move across his stumps. A thick inside edge onto his pad. And it trickles down to mid-wicket. A useful dot ball. And that's been the thing ever since the dismissal of Ibrahim Ishaq. No boundaries for Little Saiwan. The runs have dried up. Just 12 runs in the last 2.5 overs. Last ball. Guides it away, finds backward point. His frustration continues to grow. And for the first time in a while, that run rate has dipped below 8 runs and over. It's 54 for 2 after 7. For offside field. Interestingly, Yasim Murtaza was stationed at slip. He's now been taken out of that slip cordon. Instead, he's fielding in the cover region. Mid-off, cover, backward point are in the circle. We've got a sweep, a cover, and a deep third man. On the leg side, fine leg on the boundary. Well, that's a top edge. It's a chance. Will it be taken? A tough chance. Oh, running back. Looked like Tanveer Afzal maybe on that occasion. That one goes to ground. Had a lot of work to do. Ran around. If he had taken that, it would have been 3 wickets down. And I have a feeling a wicket right now would have made this a 50-50 contest. But at the end of the day, Tanveer Afzal, you've played so much for Hong Kong. You're so experienced. And I'm sure you set very high standards for yourself. You should have taken that catch. 55 for 2. It could have been 54 for 3. And of course, that was a big reprieve for Ehsan Khan, one of the opposition's finest batters. And how big is that in the context of this game, in the context of this tournament as well? It's a single round robin format between these 5 teams. So each of the 5 teams only get 4 games. You drop 1 catch, it could lose you the match. It could cost you a place in the Premier League final. Coming over the wicket. Pushed straight into the cover region. Still no boundaries for Little Saiwan. In the last 15 minutes, this game has taken on a whole new complexion. 55 for 2. Ehsan Ayaz, where are you going to get a boundary from? Where are you going to get your runs from? Good gas once again. Backward point. Does well. Another dot ball. I'm absolutely loving the action right now here at Mission Road. If you want to help spread the awareness about cricket in Hong Kong and associate cricket, share this link with your friends and family on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. What a better time to share a link to this match. Less than 1 hour left in this contest. We're going to find out pretty soon who wins on the very first day of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. Here comes Nasrilla. Fast yet again. Run out chance. A direct hit was needed. And they get through for a very streaky single. Two balls left in this over. Only 2 runs off it so far. We can see Zeeshan Khan just surveying that field. Long on and long off. Both back on the boundary. We have a mid-wicket in the circle to go with a deep mid-wicket as well. Deep fine leg is the other fielder there on the leg side. Bang, he goes through the offside, finds that gap through extra cover, and it's gonna race along the carpet and past the boundary ropes. A very, very important boundary here for Zeeshan Khan and Little Saiwan. It's the captain's first boundary of his innings. But you gotta say that boundary just taking some pressure off Zeeshan Khan. We can see that replay. Bang! Through the offside goes Zeeshan. On strike yet again. Can he make it back-to-back boundaries? Oh, quick single. Run out chance. Ah, he fumbles. A clean connection. A direct hit would have seen 3 wickets down. 61 for 2 now after 8. As you can see, that batting card, a lightning start there from Ibrahim Ishaq up the order, striking, I believe, 6 boundaries in his innings. But the big wicket of Ibrahim Ishaq, followed shortly by the wicket of Ikram Hussain, has just set things back here for Little Saiwan. 61 for 2. You get the feeling it's still Little Saiwan's game to lose here. But Pakistan Association making a strong comeback. Mohammad Waheed into his very last over. Guided away, backward point, does really well. Good piece of fielding, saving at least 1 run. .85 still needed, 11.5 overs left. The required rate is just a tad over 7 runs per over. Long on and long off, back on the rope. Oh, play and a miss, just playing inside the line of that one. You have to give credit where credit is due. 20 runs off his very first over for Mohammad Waheed, but he's made a fantastic comeback. 33 runs in his spell so far. He has 4 deliveries left. He's still looking for his first wicket. And now would be such a good time to pick up that very first wicket. Here we go, Mohammad Waheed. Short. Pumped away. Deep mid-wicket, does well. Cuts it off, Nasrilla Khan. Oh, look at that throw from the deep. That's a strong arm. And the general consensus in the commentary box. Ooh, Nasrilla Khan, he's bowling quick today. Mohammad Waheed, he's not short of pace either. And he's going to be bowling to Ehsan Ayaz. 17 off 21 for Ehsan Ayaz. Just a solitary boundary in his innings so far. You can see him just looking over his shoulder to the leg side. If he wants a single, there's a very easy single available on the leg side. Everyone on the rope. Squeezes it away, finds that gap on the offside. Down to third man for a single. 2 balls left in Mohammad Waheed's spell. And Little Saiwan keeping up with that required rate, going at just over 7 runs per over. That's exactly what they needed at the start of the innings. Ehsan Khan on strike. Guided away, a loud call of no. Good call as well. Ehsan Ayaz, we've seen him play in that All-Stars series last year. So impressive. He's got a lot of potential. Ehsan Ayaz, a genuine all-rounder. Quite often you see him bowling his full quota of overs. Bats in the top order, often opens the batting. Down the ground. Has he got a good enough connection on that? Absolutely. It clears Ehsan Nawaz at long off. First 6 of his innings for Ehsan Khan. And if he gets his eyes set, it's not going to be his last 6 either. That's the end of his spell for Mohammad Waheed. Perhaps a day to forget for him. Concedes in excess of 40 runs in his 4 overs. Doesn't pick up a single wicket. And now that score moving on to 69 for 2 after 9 overs. There you have it, conceding 41 in his 4 over quota. Walks down to that deep third man region. His head is just a little bit bowed. Takes a cold drink of water and tosses that bottle past the boundary rope, perhaps in frustration. In fact, it's the left-hander on strike, so Mohammad Waheed comes into the circle at fine leg, and we have a deep third man in position. I believe that's Ehsan Nawaz. Got a gully in position as well, perhaps a deep backward point in the circle. Sitting at a bit of a strange angle here in the commentary box, but I got it right eventually. Tucks up the batter, does well. They scamper through for a single. Good stuff, Ehsan Khan. A nice early call. But of course, around 10 minutes ago, Ehsan Khan was put down by Tanveer Afzal. And how crucial will that be in the grand scheme of things? It wasn't the easiest of catches. But if you're Tanveer Afzal, hey, you're an international cricketer. You should be taking those catches. Ooh, that's good pace there from Hasan Khan Mohammad, the new bowler into the attack. Keeping it tight. We've seen him pick up a lot of wickets as well in that All-Stars series last year. 70 for 2, 4 deliveries left. At the halfway point of this innings, we're going to take a short break for drinks. It's been a hot, sultry day yet again in Hong Kong, around 29-30 degrees. On the legs, big appeal. All eyes on the umpire. He's unmoving. Unmoved, rather. Unmoving. That's a new word. I've never heard that word before. What can I say? A lot of tension here at Mission Road. Just making up words and adding them to the dictionary. 70 for 2, halfway through the 10th over. One wicket right now would be great news for Pakistan Association and neutral fans. Ehsan Ayaz squeezes one into the offside, gets an easy single. That's all he has to do, really. You have the experienced Ehsan Khan at the other end. And the required run rate is no issue whatsoever. The main thing is just keeping those wickets in hand. If they go to the 15th over and these two are still at the crease, even if they need 35-40 runs off those last 5 overs, they'll get there easily. And it's Ehsan on strike. Tucked away. Very optimistic appeal. Looked like it came off the bat. There we go. No signal from the umpire. But Hasan Khan Mohammad, yet another bowler in this Pakistan Association lineup who's got some serious pace. Nasrilla and Hassan Khan Muhammad, you have to say the quickest of the bowlers for Pakistan Association today. Oh, an inside edge. It's running down towards us. A fortuitous boundary here for the left-hander. Ehsan Ayaz could have easily chopped that onto his stumps. Instead, gets a boundary. The score now 77 for 2 at the halfway stage. We're going to take a short break for drinks, but hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button, and every time we go live from Hong Kong, you'll be the first to find out. I'll see you in 2 minutes. And welcome back to the second half of this chase. 78 for 2. Tucked away off his hips. An early call. Are they going to get back for 2? No, they're not going to risk it. And wisely so. Absolutely no need to take undue risks here. The required rate is under control, and no rocket science. Keep those wickets in hand. The boundary balls will come. They need 67 further runs to win. Watchfully played. He was looking for the single, but no single on offer. That required rate just a hint above 7 runs per over. All of that can change if they get a big over right now, maybe a 15-run over. And you feel like the momentum will swing decisively in favor of Little Saiwan. That's short. Fine leg does well, cuts it off. It's just a single. And of course a reminder that Yasim Murtaza still has 3 overs left. And if I was Pakistan Association, I'd want to bring Yasim Murtaza into the attack as soon as possible. In fact, there's every chance that we see Yasim bowling the very next over. You don't want to leave it too late. You don't want to bring Yasim on when the required rate is around 6. Oh, big appeal. The umpire gives it. And I think that was the right decision. Perhaps pitching just about in line with leg stump. And Ehsan Ayaz, it's been a bit of a scratchy innings for him. He's going to walk back to the dugout. And that big, important 3rd wicket we were talking about has just fallen. And once again, Pakistan Association working their way back into this contest. It's 80 for 3. We still have 1 delivery left in the 11th over. And walking in at number 5 is Nathan Kellart. Nathan walking in at number 5. He's still got some work to do, but the good thing for him is he's got his captain at the non-strikers end for company. He still needs 66 to win off 9.1 overs. And if you're Pakistan Association, you want to string together some tight overs, maybe get another wicket. Nasrilla Khan, what a fantastic day he's had. 2 for 10, 1 delivery left in his 3rd over. He's bowled with some proper gas today and made a huge contribution so far in this game. Last ball of the 11th over, Nasrilla Khan, he's got his tail up. That's quick but too short. Doesn't middle it, but good piece of fielding there from Hassan Khan. A single to round off the 11th over. It's 81 for 3. You can see that Manhattan right now on your screens. I'm sure you just saw it. A strong start to the power play for Lil Saiwan, unfortunately just losing 2 wickets in quick succession. It dragged them back, then they built a partnership, but just now losing Ehsan Ayaz. You still have to say that Lil Saiwan have the advantage in this contest, but Pakistan Association, the men in green, working their way back into this game. This, of course, is the first weekend of action from the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. Games will take place every single Sunday. Double headers, 2 double headers every Sunday from the Women's Premier League and the Men's Premier League. How good is that? Oh, shouts of catch it. Did he get some bat on that? We wait for the signal from the umpire. No signal. That definitely goes down as a catching chance. It was a tough chance, but a chance nonetheless. Second drop of the innings for Pakistan Association. It sounds harsh. Both of them have been tough chances. But at the end of the day, Tanveer Afzal and Zeeshan Ali, two international cricketers. You have to be leading by example. You have to take those catches. Yasim back into the attack. Swept away behind square on the leg side. A quick single. It was a good early call as well. Well done, Nathan. Make no mistake, this is an absolutely massive period of play. Qasim Murtaza. Oh, that's taken. Fantastic catch. Diving forward. That man in the cover region. 4 wickets down now for Little Saiwan, and it looks like this game has changed yet again. I think it's bang on 50-50 at this point in time. How quickly things can change here at Mission Road. And it's the huge wicket of Nathan Kellott. Walked in at number 5, walks back to the dugout soon after. 4 wickets down. Look at that. Yasim Murtaza picks up his 2nd wicket. Gave it a generous amount of flight, slowed it up, shortened his length, and was rewarded for a smart piece of bowling. And if you want any illustration of Yasim Murtaza's skill, I will tell you his 2 wickets have come off 2 very different deliveries. That first wicket, it was shorter, it was flatter, it was quicker, and it was bang on the stumps. An LBW for his first wicket, and this time, a generous amount of flight. He's one of the slower spinners in international cricket, is Yasim Murtaza. And I love seeing him bowl. That classic left arm spinner. Not afraid to give the ball some flight. So impressive at the Asia Cup qualifier and the Asia Cup, both with bat and with ball. Once again, fired in a little bit quicker, and it's just a single. And of course, we saw from Murtaza just now a decent amount of spin off the surface as well. Turn off the surface, I beg your pardon. Batting on 19 off 19, Ehsan Khan. Swept away. It should just be a single. Yep. Hassan Khan makes no mistake at deep mid wicket. They need 62 to win. Oh, he's chopped that onto his stumps. Look at that. Another wicket here for Yasim Murtaza. That's his 3rd wicket. That's 2 in the same over as well. And before we could even introduce the new man at the crease, he's walking back. There we go. Upul Rupasinghe, the wicketkeeper batter, has to walk back to the pavilion. They've now lost half their side. Little Saiwan, look at that. I'm absolutely loving this contest today at Mission Road. This is a very, very even contest between Pakistan Association and Little Saiwan. If you're just joining us, Pakistan Association won the toss, decided to bat, and they scored 145 for 8 in their 20 overs. A big reason for that was that half century from Tanveer Afzal, and it looked like Little Saiwan were in command of this chase at the start, but they've lost a lot of wickets in the last 10 to 15 minutes. You can see Ehsan Khan having a long chat with the new batter at the crease, Tanveer Ahmed. There's a lot of work to do for these two batters now. 61 needed off 8 overs, in excess of 7.5 runs per over. That required rate, not a huge issue. But what is a huge issue is those wickets that have been falling. Hassan Muhammad. Oh, that's quick. Rushes on to Ehsan Khan. Shouts of well bowled from the outfielders. I want to log into YouTube right now and I want to see how many people are tuned in to this stream. If you want to help me increase that view count, share the link to the stream with your friends and family on Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. Look at that double header Sunday. Got a game on at HKCC as well. And a brilliant contest over here at Mission Road.
Ready.
86 for 5. Hassan Khan. Once again, right on target. Quick and straight, giving the batter nothing to work with. Tanveer Ahmed has his job cut out for him. That required run rate inching closer and closer to 8 runs per over. Imagine that after the end of 4 overs, they were 42 for 1. So much has changed in the last 30 minutes or so. Once again, a near action replay. Look at that consistency from Hassan Khan. Following through really well to go with it. And now they need exactly 8 runs per over for the first time in this innings. Tanveer Ahmed, he's new to the crease. Can he stick around with his captain? 3 consecutive dot balls now. You know what they say in T20 cricket. After 3 consecutive dot balls, the statistical likelihood of taking a wicket increases dramatically. And you get the feeling that something's got to give. He's walked away from the crease. He's gathering his thoughts. Pressure here on Tanveer Ahmed. Oh, an inside edge. Yet another inside edge. This one's not going to go to the boundary, but it allows them to scamper through for a single. What a streaky way to get off the mark for Tanveer Ahmed. 59 needed now of 43 deliveries. It's 5-4 offside field, no slip in position. We have a deep third man, a deep cover, a long off, a long on, and a deep mid wicket. Just drops the ball, a bit of an anti-climax there. The closing stages of this innings and of this game are so exciting. I'm going to be honest, I have absolutely no clue who's going to win today. 87 for 5, what an absolutely brilliant contest to kick things off in the Men's Premier League. That's too short, signaled wide. Every single run from now on will be really important. And as I say that view count on YouTube inching closer and closer to 50 live viewers. There we go. I'm getting a couple of messages here on Twitter as well. And if you want to spread the word about a fantastic game at Mission Road, share the link of this game with your friends and family. Bang! Just about clearing that man in the covers. It's running down to the boundary, but Nasrilla Khan does well. Cuts it off. It's just 2 runs. That could have been disaster there had Ehsan Khan been dismissed. Just about clearing the outstretched hand of Ehsan Nawaz in the cover region. 90 for 5 now after 13. The plot thickens at Mission Road. All of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, drop your predictions in the comments section. I want to know, who do you think is going to win this game between Pakistan Association and Little Saiwan? I gotta say, I'm running on adrenaline here. Close to 6 hours of consecutive commentary for me. Oh man, my voice is going dry. My throat is going dry, rather. Going at just under 7 runs per over. Tanveer Ahmed on strike. And he's got his work cut out for him. Yasim Murtaza still has at least 1, if not 2 overs left. Yeah, he's got 2 overs left. Defended respectfully, straight back to the bowler. I'm going to come out there and make a brave call. I think this is Pakistan Association's game. Mohammad Shoaib, you agree with me. Pakistan Cricket Association, in your opinion, is going to come up trumps in this contest. Tucked away, consecutive dot balls. The pressure continuing to grow on Tanveer Ahmed. He is now batting on 1 off 6. And that one single that he scored was a streaky single inside edge to fine leg. Got one slip in position. Tanveer Afzal. Shorter, slower, straight back to the bowler. Yet again, 3 consecutive dot balls. We see that man in the cover region dropping back to a deep cover now. I think Pakistan Association are well aware of the importance of just getting out of the over. No runs off the first 3 balls. No runs off the first 4 balls. Pressure growing here on Tanveer Ahmed. Look at this, that view count. It's rising. It's rising rapidly. Share the link of this game with everyone you know. Anyone who would be interested in Hong Kong cricket and associate cricket. This could well be a last over finish. We're going to get confirmation on what happens if indeed this is a tied game. Guided away, backward point. Makes it 5 consecutive dot balls. Yasser Murtaza, are you about to bowl a maiden over? 56 needed off 37. I have a feeling maybe Pakistan Association are in the ascendancy. Tucked away, he's going to keep strike. He's going to get at least a single. And there you have it. Just 1 run off the over. An absolutely fantastic over. Yasser Murtaza, the Hong Kong hero, delivers yet again. 91 for 5 after 14. That batting card, not much to speak of in the last maybe 30-45 minutes. A strong start by Ibrahim Ishaq. But what a comeback, Pakistan Association. They were defeated comprehensively last year in the Premier League. Lil Saiwan, they bowled them out, of course, for 80 runs, and that was chased down in just 14 overs. Make no mistake, the last time these two teams faced off, Pakistan Association were absolutely thumped. They didn't win a single game last year in the Premier League, but today, things looking a lot different. I have to say that maybe just about favourites to win this game. That was quick. Oh, it's a good bit of fielding. He didn't stop the ball, but he took a lot of pace off that, and I have a feeling maybe just saving 3 runs on that occasion. The important thing for Lil Saiwan is Ehsan Khan is back on strike. Ehsan, of course, batting on 23 of 22. 1 boundary and 1 6 so far in his innings. 54 off 35. Down the ground, catching chance. Oh, it goes through the fingers of Tanveer Afzal and it goes for 4. How important will that be in the grand scheme of things? Hassan Khan Muhammad, his head is bowed towards the floor. He knows if that catch had been taken, it might have been curtains for Little Saiwan. That is the 3rd drop catch, 2nd drop catch for Tanveer Afzal in this innings. Hassan Khan Muhammad, you gotta say, he's bowling the right length, because this is the shortest boundary on offer today, that straight boundary. If you're a bowler, you don't want to be pitching it up. Bowling that hard length. Oh, look at that, fast and straight yet again. Hassan Khan yet to pick up a wicket today, but you have to say, definitely deserves a wicket, if not 2. .50 needed off 33 deliveries. They have 5 wickets in hand. This is a close game. I cannot pick a winner. There we go. A very important dot ball. If they can get this required rate up and above 10 runs per over, you have to say Pakistan Association will be favorites. I'm no mathematical genius, but I get the feeling that maybe it's just a 55-45 kind of game in favor of Pakistan Association. A very, very good comeback from their bowlers. Down the track, has to reach for that. Taken this time, the big wicket of Zeeshan Khan. It's 6 wickets down, and you have to say big advantage here to Pakistan Association. The men in green pick up a huge wicket. Well done. Zeeshan Khan threw it up a little bit wider, maybe taking some pace off that ball as well. And Zeeshan Khan, the skipper, walking back to the dugout. 50 needed now off 31 deliveries, 4 wickets in hand. Things going from hard to much, much harder here for Little Saiwan. Hikmat Yar says, hard luck Hassan. Well, he makes up for it straight away. It barely cost them anything. It cost them 4 runs, of course. But good composure shown here from the youngster Zeeshan Khan. And everyone watching on Facebook and on YouTube, I want to hear from you. Who are you supporting in this contest today? Are you a Pakistan Cricket Association fan, or are you a Little Saiwan fan? $50 needed of 31 deliveries. Mid-off has now come up into the circle. Zeeshan Khan, he's got his tail up. Oh, look at that. Short, quick dot ball to close out the 15th. And Pakistan Association in firm command of this game. 50 runs needed off the last 30 deliveries at exactly 10 runs per over. Tanveer Ahmed batting on 3 off 11. He's had a tough